You for coming to the Irish Cultural Garden on this great and glorious day. We want to thank all of the people that have contributed so much to today's events, as well as supporting the Irish Garden throughout our history. And particularly, we want to thank Claddagh Pubs for being at One World Day, but also here today to provide tea and cookies and support the Irish effort. Particularly Pat McDonough, who came all the way from Galway to be with us today and this weekend, and Bob Cannon and Regina Costello, Kieran Dillon, and Mark Kelly. All of them have worked so hard. Thank you very much for being part of today. We also need to thank our marvelous band. Of course, I'm not prejudiced, but no strangers here. Pat Hoynes and Larry Bachtel and my husband, Bob Crawford. And we want to thank Eddie Crawford and Park, Ohio, and all the things that they provided for today. And, of course, Long Range, all of the support that they give us. And Eastside Landscaping for helping us get the gardens in great shape today, as well as from before. Thank you. The Cultural Gardens were started in 1916, and I'll just give you a little bit of information. I know we want to get on and hear the people that want to talk to you. But they were started in 1916 with the Shakespeare Garden, which then became the British Garden, and have moved since then all the way to last month when we dedicated the Albanian Garden, which is now the most northern garden, with the statue of Mother Teresa. And the President of Albania came for that dedication. It was quite a wonderful event. We really enjoyed it. But they were all started that long ago, and through our history, the nationalities that are in the garden, there are 29 active gardens, and we have 4 that are in the process of developing their gardens, and we have 8 nationalities that are starting to make plans to become part of the cultural gardens. So we're active and alive, and we're really enjoying everyone's enthusiasm. Sometimes the nations are side by side, and in their histories, they were enemies with each other. But here in the gardens, we all work for world peace. We honor the cultural icons of each nationality, and that keeps us together through peace and understanding, and that is our effort. The land was donated by the Rockefellers and is owned by the city of Cleveland, and those of us that work in the gardens are simply volunteers. The Irish Garden, Shar Crowley and myself are the delegates to the Federation for the Irish Garden, and it was begun shortly after the Depression in 1929, and it was decided that the Irish should become part of this beautiful effort. And so your parents and grandparents are the stout-hearted Irish and Irish Americans that got together and made these beautiful plans. They set out a magnificent garden for us, and in 1939 it was dedicated. And so, continuing on through time, 65 years later, you can imagine the ravages of time and whatever. It was somewhat in disarray, to say the least. And then to the great efforts of Eddie Crawford in about 2007 and the Irish Garden Club, they and the city of Cleveland, absolutely, they helped us restore this garden and bring it back, not just back to its glory, but well beyond, where we think it's the most beautiful garden of the chain. But of course, we're prejudiced. Today, the garden is sponsored by the Irish Garden Club, the Ladies' Ancient Order of Hibernians, and the Murphy Irish Arts Association, and we thank them for all their efforts.